Hello, people of YouTube. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Scrub the Tartist. I am playing as a bleed build, a Strength Arcane build, and his name is Bloody Scrub. And here's what happens when you are a Bloody Scrub. You can use the Mogwin Spear. And the Mogwin Spear is definitely one of the top 10 weapons of all time in Elden Ring, because when you hit L2 and people are inside of your L2, they all bleed. And we love to see bleed, because bleed. Yeah, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to get right into it. It is a Strength Arcane build at level 150. I'm getting through all my meta level builds at the moment because there's plenty of things I want to try at meta build, while meta level is still very cringy. There are ways that you can what's the word? Eliminate the cringe. I usually say you can't fix stupid, but you can eliminate. And so Strength Arcane build is what you need to eliminate stupid. So yes, here we are into the Hal Tree. In the Hal Tree we are. We got just 3 people. One of them is a naked fist user. You already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna bleed super quickly. I don't even know how I was able to get up on that ladder to get into this little section of the level right here, because most of the time when I accidentally fall where those Scarlet Rot Miranda plants are, a lot of players and phantoms like to just keep me down there. They don't want to see me go up. But you know what? We stay up. We stay up. And so when we stay up, we use our Mogwin Spear. The Mogwin Spear is absolutely busted in invasions. So shout out Wild Might for just being chill like that. I wasn't expecting him to be chill like that. So we went for the honorable 1v1. But if you're naked, you're just gonna bleed super quickly, because I'm pretty sure I just bled him in one swing of my sword. And so the cool thing about strength weapons that are bleed infused is that they do enormous bleed buildup, because like I'm sure the Guts Greatsword can do like 140 bleed buildup if you got like 40 arcane. So it's like 45 strength and then 40 arcane. I have the Mask of Confidence that gives me a 3 extra arcane. And then yeah, so I also got like the Great Jar's Arsenal excuse me, to increase my equip load, because a lot of these weapons are pretty heavy and I have pretty tanky armor too. I know my fashion isn't really that original, but I don't know. It's hard to find fashion that can go with a Mask of Confidence. I'm excited for the extra fashion that the DLC is going to give us, because the fits are going to go hard, man. The fashion souls will be fashion souling a lot. So yeah, with strength builds, not only do you get good strength scaling with weapons like the Beastman's Curves Greatsword, or like whatever that slab of ruins is, I don't know, it's busted. You get good damage output physically, and then you can get good bleed buildup as well. And so with like Dex Arcane builds, is that like a lot of weapons will cause that blood proc or that bleed proc to like hit in mid-roll. Like for example, like dual curved swords, they're running L1. I don't know. So since you have a chance of like proccing bleed a lot quicker, it's with slower swinging weapons like strength weapons, it's just easier to get that bleed proc and actually have that proc do damage instead of people like phantom rolling it or whatever. So yeah. So the premise of this build is mostly to use the Mogwin Spear, but I have a good assortment of other weapons that scale well with strength but have that good bleed buildup as well. So yeah, the host was goated with that backstab, but at the same time it's very easy to get backstabs. Did I say backstab? I did. It's easy to get backstabs when you're using the Mogwin Spear, because people can just run right into it if they don't have any bleed buildup already inflicted on them. So you can just like take the risk, go run and do it. So yeah, I don't like fighting in this spot of the Volcano Manor. It's fun, but I just don't like it at the same time, because it's like it can be very chaotic, and it's stupid to just stay on that staircase while you got 2 players just like giving you hugs and stuff with their weapons. So I should have kept moving in this part of the invasion instead of letting them just converge on me like this. So it is what it is. So I don't have... Okay, so like I could... Oh, I do actually have the Lord of Blood's Exaltation on. Okay, so I replaced my Poise Talisman, the Bolgos Talisman, with the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, because like if I already have weapons that have good hyper armor when you're swinging them, then I might as well ditch the Bolgo Talisman and put on the Lord of Blood's Exaltation. So that's a good way to get extra damage, is when you get those bleed procs. But for example, if I'm using something like, let's see, the Warped Axe, then, or like the Scythe right here, then I might as well put back on the Bolgo's Talisman. So, yeah. I wanted to let the hosts recuperate for a second because they are summoning another phantom, and so I was just like, ooh, more phantoms that I can kill. And guess what? It's a wizard. You already know what we're going to do to this wizard. We're going to absolutely demolish them. It's a heavy rolling wizard too, so you already know what's going to happen. We're just going to demolish them. Shout out my man snake friend, for being of great help here. Unfortunately, the host did kill the snake, so RIP, little snaky boy. But it's nice to take advantage of the PvE. So yeah. So this turns into a 1v1, and it's just weird. The host just likes to quick step and try to go for those backstabs. He's not doing it right, because like I don't know what he's trying to go for. I think he's trying to go for the quick step backstab, but like what you got to do, instead of trying to move your left stick, you got to, you know, arc your way around the player and then stop moving and then go for the R1, because like you got to be standing still to do backstab. So I don't know. He tried, but he did not succeed. So stop trying to quick step me. So yeah, here we are at the royal capital. We got a gank situation going on. So a majority of the time, I know I get fog walled here, especially like when they're burning their tree, but it seems that these guys haven't burnt their tree yet. I thought it was just going to be one person going for the honorable 1v1, but there's somebody up on the books, and I was just like, oh hell no, man. And so luckily, well, unfortunate for these guys, but fortunate for me, I had a build where I could just press L2 and get these guys off, you know, the verticality, or like the platform that they're on. But the problem is, it's kind of hard to do so when you got someone madness sniping you. You got to time your rolls, and then you got a Guts Greatsword user as well. So, I mean, if you're a smart person like me, you already know what to do. You got to whip out the Endure and then hit the L2. Unfortunately, I ran out of FP here, so I had to recuperate, trying to find a moment where I could hit the Endure again. I was okay with taking the jump attack to the face. I'm surprised that Guts Greatsword didn't really do that much damage to me. Oh wait, well, it's because I ate a boiled crab and also had the damage negotiation, not negotiation, the damage negation physic on hand. So yeah, these guys tried. They tried. But they didn't know what to expect, since they brought in somebody who had the Mogwin Spear. So get absolutely wrecked, you gankers. Now go uninstall the game, please. So yeah, here we are back at the base of the Hal Tree with Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein was a good game. I've never played the originals, like the retro ones, but I've played the first two, and then I tried playing the sequel where it's like focused on the dude's daughters, and that game absolutely sucks. Bethesda completely dropped the ball on it. I don't know why people give Bethesda so much praise, because I think they're terrible game developers. Sure, they've made a bunch of good AAA titles, like Skyrim, for example. I've never played Skyrim, but even for it being released back in like 2011 or 12, it's still very popular to this day. But I don't know, a lot of other games that they made are absolute garbage. So I don't know how, or except Doom and Doom Eternal, they definitely are goated for that one. I will say that much. But yeah, so another Mogwin Spear L2 for the win. So yes, here we are at my favorite place to invade with my favorite dragon, and you cannot see, but I'm throwing up air quotes because I absolutely despise this dragon and the amount of damage that he does to me while also fighting the players as well. And so it seems that the ancient dragons are very just like anti-human. I know Vike had intercourse with Lanciax, who had a human form. Actually, I don't know if that's actually what happened, but it's just like I don't know. The fact that Vike had relations with a dragon who could go into human form, it's strange. It's strange. I don't know why Michael Zaki allows these things to happen in the lore, but it is what it is. So, yeah. So here we have the Black Swordsman, aka Guts. I wanted to mirror match this guy, and you'd be surprised. I was surprised that he also had a bleed infused Guts Greatsword as well. So I was just like, no way, dude. Might as well, trade. Time to trade and hit those R1s out of hit stun. So yeah, there's this meme I saw on some meme page where it's some guy invading, and he was going up against another Ultra Greatsword user, and they just R1 spammed out of hit stun, and that's exactly what happened, is what you just saw here. So I was just like, you know what, might as well recreate the meme. So I'm probably gonna clip that part and send it to that guy who made that meme. And it had like the iron anvil noise over it. It went like dong, dong, dong. So it was just funny. I knew I was gonna die, but it's just funny hitting out of hit stun like that, especially when you got somebody else who is using a Guts Greatsword like you. So yes, here we have a Castle Soul invasion. This is the first out of 2 invasions that I have with these guys. Long Chen was the host in this one, but then he was the summon in the next one. So it seems that like jump attacks are the way to get people out of certain animations. For example, like Mogwin Spear. I know that in another video of mine not too long ago, I was using the Thunderstorm Ash of War on the Stormhawk axe, and some guy jump attacked me and got me out of it. So I feel like I just need to jump attack people in certain situations. Well, except now that I'm thinking about it, some guy tried to jump attack me while I was using Waves of Darkness, but I still poised through that. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what Ashes of War or like certain things I can like challenge. But yeah, well, I'll figure it out. But yeah, Bloody Slash is a very powerful Ash of War. I know it does a little bit of damage on you, but at the same time, it does a lot of damage to other players. It's funny. I love people at the beginning of the game that get Bloody Slash for the first time and they just spam that. I've invaded some people who just use nothing but Bloody Slash on me to the point where they had like 10 health or something, and they use Bloody Slash and then they kill themselves because they pressed L2. It's just funny that people aren't aware of little things like that, but it is what it is. You gotta learn one way or another. I'm sure they don't really learn. They're probably complaining on Reddit like, this guy's hacking, I can't believe he killed me while I was so far away from him. I was trying to use my L2 and I was not able to kill him. Well, did you think to yourself that the Ash of War that you're using does a slight amount of damage to yourself as well? If not, then I think you should uninstall the game and go back to playing Fortnite. So, or whatever else they play. Like what? There's like certain video game franchises that I do not like. For example, League of Legends. The player base is so cringy. What else? Genshin Impact. That is super cringy as well. And if you're a League or Genshin player, I'm not sorry for you. I'm sorry that you play those games, but I'm not sorry in what I said. So go and touch some grass. So that's what I've been doing as well. It's March. You'll probably be seeing this in April. And so I'm taking a break from Elden Ring for the month of March, just so I can, I don't know, when I come back to it, I'll feel like super, like a lot more hyped for the DLC. And plus, I just need to go touch some grass. Like, I gotta do my taxes. I gotta repay, or I gotta renew my car insurance. Like, I need to make some money right now and actually confide to my adult responsibilities. So, yeah. But if you're an early channel watcher, you know that Horaloo is one of my favorite weapon or favorite Ashes of War to have, and I love putting it on the cleaver. What's it called? The Beastman's cleaver or something? Because it's just an unlikely Ash of War to have on a weapon like this. But I don't know. It's just it's tradition at this point. So yeah. Here we are back at the base of the Hal Tree. We got Abaddon which is the name of a demon. And me being a Christian, I like to cut off the heads of my demons because um, Christ has already won the battle. And if you think to yourself, no, he hasn't, then um, yeah, just wait and see. So yeah, we love to cut off the heads of demons, especially Beelzebub too. So these guys were not intimidating at all. I don't know why they're going for excuse me, a gang situation right here at the Millennia Fog Wall, because I could just go run up the staircase, go take the lift, and heal. Yeah, I don't know what these guys' deal is. So you already know what's going to happen in this situation. We're going to hit the Endure and just hit the L2 with the Moguin Spear. So nice try, you guys. Like I said, we cut off the heads of our demons, and we take those wins. We take those wins. And so all hellish influences get shit on. So yeah, that was fun. L2 for the win. L2 the world sometimes. So yeah. Here we are at the unsightly catacombs. It's very unsightly that I can't see what's going on right now. I don't even know what is happening. So I'm just gonna like try to commentate off of what I'm listening to because I can't see. It seems that I switched weapons. And it seems that somebody was fighting. I remember there's like the Misbegotten here. And it seems that somebody's using their Radahn's Greatsword as well. Did I go for the backstab? No, I went for the L2 instead from what I remember. No, I'm just kidding. I'm watching this as I go. I just closed my eyes to try to remember what I did in this invasion because it's the unsightly. And so I am unable to see. I wasn't expecting the Radahn user to guard with his sword, but we managed to kill him with that blood proc as well because I wanted to go for the riposte. I just was not expecting it. So it is what it is. So yeah, this is a fun place to invade because this staircase to the left of me that I'm going up right now, it drops down into a part of the map where you got to make your way all the way back up like a staircase to get to where I'm originally fighting these guys. So my goal here was to, we'll see if I can try to get the Horaloo off on these guys, but he hit me with the Black Flame Tornado. Luckily it wasn't that damaging because on the right build it can absolutely demolish people in one shot. But luckily a Horaloo can Horaloo can hyper armor through certain attacks like the Moonlight Greatsword R2, and I was able to get the Horaloo. So there's your Horaloo content. But yeah, no, the goal here was to try to see, well, first use the Radahn's Rain and just try to, delete one of these guys. But then I realized, wait, I could just knock them down and separate them. So these guys did not want to separate themselves. So I knew that it was best to feed these guys to the hole. And so the way to do that, you gotta like aim the projectile behind them, which will knock them forward. So that's what I was able to do with the host there. So now that I had the Phantom separated from his little host, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna scream in your face and try to use my bonk weapon at you. So this is like a bloody bonk build, but Dusk was smarter than that to Dusk knew not to run into my attack. So I was just like, you know what, I keep on failing, I'm not gonna try. So I'm just gonna pull out the Zweihander. So goodbye, Dusk. The thing is, like, Ultra Greatswords have insane blood buildup if you have the proper amount of arcane on it. And so using something like Stamps into Sweep has a high chance that you'll proc that bleed in that double swing. So yeah, but I just wanted to hit them with the Guts Greatsword because why not? It's fun to use weapons like this in 1v1 situations. So I know that the crouch R1 can combo into the Stamp Upward Cut. I don't know if I hit that in this invasion, but just so you know, it can do that. So yeah, it's just funny to see that people will try to run. And so since you try to run from me and not fight me, then you get the rope feeded pot. So fight. Don't run. You can do it. You're capable. You can fight me while you have 2 people next to you, but you can also do the same just without 2 people next to you. The only difference is that you don't have 2 people next to you. So yeah. So it's fun, or not fun, but here's a little bit of information. You can use Margit's shackle to bring down these little like snow breathing things or fire breathing things. And so some people what am I trying to say here? First off, goodbye wizard, level up your health. What I'm trying to say here is that if you hit it while you're far away and the players don't know where you are, you can hit the Margit shackle and you can activate the little cannon thing. And so when people, for example, if people wanted to go back to where they originally were, they'll be running into the little snow thing. So just a little bit of information for your benefit, and to do some like tomfoolery if people are lining themselves up to get got by the snow cannon. But yeah, shout out the Graven Sage. I really liked their fashion for some reason. It was the Eccentrics set, but with the whatchamacallit, just like the octopus head. I don't know, it was very interesting. So what wasn't interesting was the fact that they had the dragon halberd. So I have a build at level 90 that I started as a vagabond. It's just a quality build, and it's focused on the dragon scale blade and then the dragon halberd, just those 2 weapons, and it's fun. At level 90 it shreds because they're good strength and dexterity weapons, and so yeah, expect that pretty soon. And fun facts. So I don't know if this was or if the developers had the intention of doing this, but spinning slash on twin blades actually have hyper armor. But if you use spinning slash on things like a katana, it does not have hyper armor. So I'm assuming it's a mistake, because it has the fast version of spinning slash. I know if you put on like a halberd or a scythe that has that slower spinning slash, which has hyper armor, but it still has that hyper armor on twin blades. So I was just confused, but it's good to have, because I was able to kill the Phantom with the hyper armor that comes from that spinning slash, and it was still the fast spinning slash as well. So it's just like, hooray, go me. So yeah, there goes Killer. Unfortunate that he had to die from me and the imp, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna give this guy the rope-feeded pot. Psych! You get the rope-feeded pot anyways. Why? Because why not? We are mean like that. So yeah, this is the last invasion of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're back at Castle Sol with the 2 guys from before, the Malekith cosplayer, and then the guy with the fists. And so I was just like, huh. Very welcoming. Thank you for inviting me into the spot. I'm going to L2 in your face. Unfortunately, it did not work, so I was just going to L2 again. And that caused the Phantom to get fed to the hole. So it's just like, nice. We love that. So the host was really easy to combat against in the last invasion, so you already know that I'm gonna absolutely delete this guy. So I forgot how I deleted this guy anyways, but I guess it wasn't really a Malekith cosplay, because Malekith doesn't use Black Flame incantations and the Ice Lightning incantation. So come on, do better, stick to your lore. So yeah, bleed and strength, big bonk weapons, and big bleed buildup. It absolutely shreds. So I enjoyed using this build. So yeah, if you got the stats, you could just rewind back to the beginning of the video and you'll see it there. And that's the rest of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Like, subscribe, leave some comments about what build you want me to try, and I hope you have fun with whatever you're going to do after you're done watching this video. I love you. Okay, goodbye.